G'day, Laura Louise Love, here again for the Lifestyle Series. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm getting all nice and toasty here by the fireplace, getting my chai on here in Tassie as we enjoy another really cold one this winter. Snow is already on the mountains, it's that frosty, can you believe it? You know, something really got me thinking recently. I overheard some parents talking, over a cup of coffee actually, just the other day about parenting strategies and techniques. But it seemed the further the conversation went, the more confused it became. Being a parent can be really stressful, especially when we're constantly being fed tons of often conflicting opinions from loads of different sources, like TV, magazines and other media. Sometimes these sources don't always have our best intentions or interests at heart. Their aim can sometimes be to disempower you and have you doubting yourself, so you'll buy their product and things like that, unfortunately. So it can be really hard. Like with anything, when we overthink it, as you all know the saying, overanalysis is paralysis. And as a psychologist, I've seen firsthand how it can downright confuse us and make many good parents with their hearts in the right place feel like they're doing a bad job. So I'm here today to cut through all that jargon that you may have read and talk about parenting basics. Essentially, the principles or guidelines to live by. What it basically boils down to, and that can helpfully direct how you parent your kids. I'm also going to help you see the importance of acknowledging what you're doing right, talk about some simple strategies, and how to screen through that minefield of information out there in the future to support your journey. I hope this will help you let go, trust yourself, and parent more readily from the heart, not the head. So I'm going to share with you a couple of my top tips for conscious and empowered parenting. First up, catch yourself doing well. I mean, it's very underestimated, but we've all heard it before. Kids don't come with an instruction manual. And parenting is one of the most rewarding jobs, and it requires us to be switched on. We need to use our intuition and our courage to do it well, which can be no easy task. Attuning yourself to the needs of your child and also having the intuition and insight not to repeat old patterns from your parents on things that maybe didn't fit quite right with you. So taking good care of yourself is a big part of this equation so that you can steer clear of working out your own issues on your children. So it's really important to give yourself that time and space to know what's going on with you and be able to work through it. So trust your intuition. I've heard from countless mothers over the years how by attuning and bonding with their children, they instinctively knew what they were ready for and how best to approach things. And they've often gone against these parental instincts, instead giving their power over to someone or something else. Things have often gone horribly wrong. So by all means, ensure you go to professionals for advice when you're not sure about something or you suspect something extra may be going on for your child, but always make sure you trust and listen to that voice within. Secondly, next up, I've heard a few parents ask, should I have a framework I'm operating from, or am I just sort of making things up as I'm going along? My best advice to that would be, think about what supports fostering the independence of your child. What helps them thrive in the next stage of life? Does what you're doing teach them skills, discipline, love, connection, or support their growth? As hard as it may be for the parent who wants to keep babying their youngest or maybe preventing their oldest from taking risks at times to spread their wings, being able to discipline your kids when you need to and preparing them for the next stages of life can be an area which is often harder on the parents than it is for the kids. And the best general guidelines for parenting that I found was back in the uni days, many moons ago, when Professor Richard Hicks shared Baumann's theories on parenting. And it's probably the best general way that I've advised parents over the years on parenting styles. There are 3 parenting styles: authoritarian, authoritative, and permissive. Authoritarian is basically that tyrannical approach, my way or the highway kind of stuff, because I said so, things that are way too strict. Permissive, on the other hand, is the opposite. Anything goes, caving, often giving kids what they seemingly want in the moment all the time, just to keep the peace. These parents often aren't very present or engaged with their kids. And then you've got the best one we should all strive for. It's the authoritative parenting style, where you operate as a bit of a democracy in your household and work together. It's collaborative and flexible, and it really fosters and supports the growth of your kids and their self-esteem in the best possible way. And lastly today, I've heard many parents ask, where do I go to get the right kind of information? You know, there are so many wonderful books out there that I love by authors that do their best to empower parents. Books by Siegel, Seligman, Dr. Salisbury, and Michael Grouse, if you've heard of his Parenting Insights articles. Also, you know, Google is wonderful, but it's a bit of a blessing and a curse. Often parents can stress out Googling symptoms and have their kids self-diagnosed, so it's really important not to do that. By all means, use the internet as a tool for education, but make sure you go to professionals that you trust. And if you're looking for evidence-based articles on, you know, parenting practices, look at peer-reviewed journal articles, but they can be a bit dense and heavy. So my advice would be to seek out information, or, you know, listen to professionals and people that inspire you, who resonate with you, people who have proved what they're doing. One of my favourite speakers, Louise Hay, often says, if you want love and joy, don't listen to some sad, lonely person to tell you how to run your life. So be really mindful of where and who the information you listen to is coming from. I hope you've enjoyed this lifestyle series. See you next time. Bye.